what are my thoughts on Insidious: The Last Key? So guys, first off, welcome to the new year. I'm glad that we had a little something going on in 2017, but now it's 2018 and we're starting off with January, the worst of the worst when it comes to Hollywood. But for some reason, I didn't think Insidious was the worst of the worst. I actually had a good time with Insidious, and I'm glad I had a good time with Insidious. So, I'm not the biggest fan of Insidious. I'm not the biggest fan of horror genre altogether. The thing about Insidious that James Wan did was he entered the astral projection world, which I always found intriguing. So, with that being said, the first two Insidious movies I actually thought were pretty cool. They weren't too scary. They were, again, more intriguing to me. Then the third one came out, and James Wan didn't direct that, and it didn't have the same cast as the first two. So, I thought, it's okay, but if they stop right here, I could say that this was a pretty cool Insidious trilogy. I don't mind it. But, of course, that wasn't going to happen because, Insidious makes money, and that's why we're here. Insidious Chapter 4, which is a sequel to the prequel. It takes place right before the first one, but that means it also takes place right after the third. I hope that's not confusing for you guys. But anyway, so let's get down to it. In Insidious Chapter 4, it's about Lynn Shay, who plays Elise. This is her backstory, so we get to dive into her character. And in all honesty, she really does do a good job in these movies. She really does bring out the essence of only I can enter this world and bring out the demons. And, she's one of my favorite parts throughout the whole entire franchise. So to think, can she take on, a movie that's all about herself? Yes, it really does work for the most part. For the most part. There are some issues in this movie that we have with any horror film. Some unnecessary jump scares. Sometimes. There's also some jump scares that are pretty clever in a way. Like there's this one scene to where she's in a tunnel and she has to open some cases. Not to get into any spoilers, but me and the person I was with, were really building up like, oh, it's coming out. But it doesn't. And then doesn't. And it still does it. And we're like, so what's gonna... Oh, okay. So that was pretty cool. I like the way they handled that. And there's some other times like that to where the jump scares are pretty cool. However, there are the other flaws, such as when she grew up, because, earlier in the story, they're talking about her origin. So she's kids and she has a brother who's apparently younger. But when you see him older, he looks older than her. I didn't understand that casting. There's also some teenage women in the film that are related to Elise and her brother, but they are children to the brother, but they look like they could be grandchildren. He looks so old. He looks older than Christopher Lloyd now from Back to the Future. I'm just saying that bothered me. And also, these two, look, they are really a mixed bag of humor. There are parts I really laughed at and parts I just was like, oh my god, this is not working at all. This is awkward, it's cringeworthy. There's a scene at the end to where there's a kiss that just was more awkward than Rose and Finn in The Last Jedi. It's just like, it's so forced, it's so ugh. But again, there are times to where they do actually help make the movie, such as when they go on the paranormal adventures with Elise. Insidious: The Last Key is pretty enjoyable if you're a fan of the franchise. I personally hope this is the last one because, again, it ends to where it begins. But again, if it makes money, there's going to be an Insidious 5, the last of the last of the last, until part 6, of course. Again, those are my thoughts on Insidious: The Last Key. I want to know what you guys thought about it. Whatever they are, let me know in the comment section below. And guys, for anyone that's wondering why I'm wearing this coat and this hat, well, it is very cold in January, everybody. And I film these videos in my basement. And with there not being any heat in these basements, and you just want to film, yeah, this is what happens exactly. Guys, thank you for watching, and again, if you want, you can click right here to see more of my thoughts on the matter.